following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Championship.
Welcome to the Battle Zone in AWL from the GTA, and we are starting off the championship match. Lupe Peligro, the knockout queen of the AWL Joshi division, makes the challenge to the new and still undefeated Canadian National Champion, Amy Wade, on a night when the Pirate Queen herself sails into the port of the Animated Wrestling League. In our main event, it's Kyrie and Dragoness non-pin match as a warm-up before Battle in the Valley. And we also have so much more action for you tonight. We've got a fight for four. We have got a tag team four-way, all to come right here on AWL Strong and Free, episode 31. Insert ice cream pun here. And there she is, the new champion of Canada. From her first day in this league, she wanted that belt. It's a contender's title, but for Amy Wade, being the Canadian National Champion was a goal in and of itself. It is a goal she has achieved, and she is 6-0 in her AWL career. Her AWL opponent, Lupe Peligro, is 18-9, a former multi-time Joshi champion, has never held the Canadian National title. So once again, Amy Wade is going up against someone of significant experience advantage. And both these two, frankly, are knockout experts. Now, what is that going to mean? The champion can't... Oh, wow. Okay, I've never heard of that before, but it looks like... Yeah, that is official. Amy Wade is taking herself out of the AWL Best 4. She doesn't want to challenge for the Joshi Championship while she is Canadian National Champion. And that's the belt on the line right now. We go to ringside for the introduction.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of Veracruz, Mexico, the knockout queen, Lupe Peligro. And her opponent, she is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, tonight making her first title defense, fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the true Toronto star, Amy Wade. This is an officially sanctioned Canadian National Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League. AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL official Marcus Babagoosh in charge.
And the crowd is electric tonight here in the Battle Zone. And... ooh, there we go. Bang a gong. We are a little early on the bell, but the timekeeper has it right there. 30 minutes on the clock in this and all championship matches here in the Animated Wrestling League. And the league commissioner, I've had it confirmed through my headset. The league commissioner has agreed to remove Amy Wade from the AWL Best 4. That means right now there is one person in the Best 4, and that is the winner of the Contractual Obligation Rumble, Max the Impaler. And 3 empty slots, of course, Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd due to challenge for the Joshi Championship next week on AWL Hontai, our Japanese show. Max the Impaler here from Strong and Free will have the next shot after that. And look, good wrist control, Kamigoye. That wrist control, that wrist clutch knee strike. 1 minute in now, and so far it's been Amy Wade for most of this. Lupe Peligro's gotten in a couple of good shots. Up next, we're going to have a 4-way tag team match in the men's division. Lots of victories on the line there. And of course, main event tonight, Dragoness versus the Pirate Queen, the IWGP Joshiosa. Uh-oh. Lupe Peligro, the luchadora, gonna fly, I think. She's waiting for it, waiting to get her timing right. I think she's got it. Lupe Peligro, tope suicida! This is indeed awesome. I agree with the AWL fans here. in the Greater Toronto area. And we thank our Canadian financial benefactors for opening up the league to this new branch, giving us these 2 shows, 2 different fields, 2 different rosters, same champions, but different aspects of the Animated Wrestling League. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing here tonight, and what you see twice a week in the Animated Wrestling League, plus our special shows like the Contractual Obligation Rumble and Champions Week and all of that, please hit that subscribe button, stick around. Oh, wow! Amy Wade proving she can fly with the best of them. Amy Wade, we have yet to see everything this woman can do. Only her 7th professional match. Collar and elbow tie-up. Ooh, hard shot. Quick reminder, there is a 20 count on the outside of AWL rings. League rules are very clear about that, as they are clear that using your opponent against a surface is not a weapon shot. Use your opponent against the stairs, that's legal. Use the stairs against your opponent, that's a disqualification. And wait a minute, Lupe Peligro going outside, that will reset the count. And a low DDT. And you can see from the concrete exposed in the entrance area that that is a very, very thin rubber mats that we've got. They're mostly for looks, and they're mostly to keep the floor from being scratched up by the ring and the stairs and all that stuff. These girls screaming out in pain. Amy Wade, she's a professional, she's an athlete. She's a multi-sport athlete through university, college, high school, her whole academic career. She's been a student athlete. One of the best multi-sport athletes to come out of the University of Toronto in recent years. And so I'm surprised to see her brawling on the outside like this. This is not what I would have expected from her. Once again, plenty of time, not even halfway through the count. And again, Lupe Peligro. Now Lupe going up top. She's not going to go for a counter here. Oh! Back splash from the stars above. Lupe Peligro feeling it as Amy Wade resets the clock. Back steps away from that drop kick. Crucifix. Of course, you can't pin someone on the outside, so don't even bother. But at some point, you're going to have to get Amy Wade back into the ring. Lupe Peligro going for the knock. Presumably, you can get a knockout victory on the outside. I hadn't actually thought about that.
5 minutes have elapsed. 25 remain.
Hopefully, we're getting our audio issues fixed here. We may have overcompensated with the announcer's mic. Now, this is a strategic mistake by the Knockout Queen, letting the true Toronto star get back to her feet. And, oh! Big boots! What is she thinking here? She's thinking STG, the Spring Tiger Giddy. Surprised she's still using that, to be honest. But a knockout win for maybe the new Knockout Queen.
Here is your winner, and still Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, Amy Wade.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Amy Wade, 1 down, 4 to go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to our tag team division. The Tiger Brothers T49P House Classic and the New Classics. Up to 7 falls to end the match. All 8 men in the ring at one time. 15-minute time limit. And it looks like T49P and the New Classics, House Classic and the Tiger Brothers to start us off. You must eliminate an entire team to beat them, which means whoever gets the fall on the second member of the team wins a victory in the win-loss record for their team. And of course, the AWL Grand Champion, Black Tiger Justice, in the ring right now against his most recent challenger, Matt Classic Sr. Whoever beats if anyone beats Black Tiger Justice, that puts them into the title picture automatically. We also have our Fight for 4 coming up a little bit later tonight. Ooh! Hard takedown by the Grand Champion to Matt Classic Sr. That was a hell of a match at Champions Week. Matt Classic Sr. losing to Black Tiger Justice. You can check that out on the archives on the YouTube channel as well. Amy Wade winning the championship. Lots of action in the Joshi division. Every title on the line at Champions Week. We return now to regularly scheduled regular season competition, and Tiger Mask 3 switching directions. That wrist lock into a tornado DDT. Now remember, your tag team partner is your friend here, but nobody else is. I will point out also, falls only count in the ring, so if you're down on the outside, you're essentially out of the match. You cannot help your tag team partner in that situation. And Tiger Mask 3 with another great tornado DDT as the Suplex Master Sammy Nix goes out after Black Tiger Justice. And remember the Sensei Saito relationship. Matt Classic Sr. training not only his son, but both members of the new Classics as well. That relationship may come into play here. Currently the only ones in the ring, Matt Classic 2 and both members of T49P, our international tag team. Going, oh, Canadian Destroyer inside that 20 by 20 foot ring. Cover for the 1, 2, 3, and off the Destroyer.
Matt Classic 2 has been eliminated.
And that puts a target on Matt Classic Sr.'s back. Whoever eliminates him will earn 1 victory in the win-loss records for their team. And you saw the win-loss records coming into this. Both of these teams, all 4 of these teams, if they run the table, could walk out of here with 3 victories tonight, and that would catapult them into World's Tag Team title contention. At the moment, there are only 2 titles for the men of the league to compete for, the Grand Championship and the World's Tag Team titles. Of course, the IC title will be jumping back over to the men's division in just a couple of weeks. However, up until then, every tag team point counts. And you look at teams like the new Classics, who only had 1 tag team match this season that they lost. This is an opportunity that's not going to come around every day. We've got such a deep roster here in the Animated Wrestling League. It's very difficult to find that television time, to find those bookings in this league, especially with so many wrestlers from around the world, from New Japan, from AWL, from the independent scene, from everywhere, looking to make their mark in the Animated Wrestling League. We've been in talks with MLW to get some of their folks coming in. And the crowd going absolutely bonkers here, and I love it. I hope you can hear me, because I can barely hear myself think at this point. I have plenty of time left. We've only seen 1 elimination so far. And absolutely nobody's legal. It's just a whole bunch of brawls on the outside. And there's the Grand Champion taking his ring. And in comes the last challenger. Classic Claw! The Classic Claw, the movie taught to Fritz von Erich once upon a time, though Fritz never quite got it right. If Matt Classic can submit the Grand Champion, that puts him right back in title contention. A very quick turnaround for the oldest wrestler in the world. Cover for the 1, 2, 3, and he did it!
Black Tiger Justice has been eliminated.
Indeed he has, and Matt Classic Sr.
5 minutes have elapsed. 10 remain.
Matt Classic Sr. just put himself back into title contention. We do have an official Fight for 4 between Jigoku Destroy and King Akira coming up next after this match, one way or the other. But we'll see where the best 4 rankings end up by the end of the night. Now we have two intact tag teams, the new classics. Look at that, the back suplex. With the bridge, 1, 2. No, Hassan's still in it. You have two intact tag teams, T49P, Hassan and Kid Canada, and the new classics team of Lee Masters and Sammy Nix. They're the most prestigious tag teams in the AWL, most prolific tag teams in the AWL. Meanwhile, Tiger Mask 3 and Matt Classic Sr. on their own. We have two triads going at it right now, and a cover on Hassan. 1. Very quick kick out. I think he might have had his hand under the rope there, but the referee didn't call it. Gut wrench suplex. Is he going to chain them together? Is he going to go for 2 or 3? I've seen him go for both. 2. Is it going to be the full hat trick? Yes, it is. Hat trick suplex, subtype, gut wrench, and Tiger suplex hold off. And the referee's slow on the count. 1, 2. That was at least 3, and there's the classic claw applied to his own apprentice. And Lee Masters doesn't realize what's going on. Sammy Nix is in trouble. Sammy Nix is out.
Sammy Nix has been eliminated.
I have no idea how to get rid of that graphic. I'm sorry. And there's the classic claw yet again, as now only T49P are a complete tag team. We may be going to the maximum potential number of pinfalls here. It's minimum of 6, maximum of 7. There's the classic claw yet again, broken up, and going for the goozle this time. And there's the Tiger's Maw, clamping down across the throat of Kid Canada, the most Canadian man in the world. Meanwhile, Lee Masters, Sammy Nix double teaming Kid Canada's partner Hassan on the outside, as Kid Canada manages to survive the Tiger's Maw. Going up, backflip, reversal, or a good counter, I should say. Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! No! And this is where these kind of matches get chaotic, where there's an odd number of people in the ring. Swinging neck breaker. Quick right hand, what do we have here? Everyone's going for something and everyone's interrupting it. Meanwhile, you've got Lee Masters, the MMA expert, and Hassan, the Arab American babyface. Vertical suplex by Hassan, simple but effective. Stepping through, looking for the American Sniper, the sharpshooter. American Sniper locked in. And the referee checking, make sure there's no tap out here. Make sure there is a tap out, but Hassan abandons the hold. Figuring I might be able to get a cover off this, is what Matt Classic did earlier on the Grand Champion. But the referee can't find time to count. 1, 2. That was at least a 3 count, but Hassan not going to waste time yelling at the ref. And now it's a gang up on Matt Classic. Matt Classic, you beat him, you get a point for your team. Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! The Canadian Crunch locks in. And again, the referee's slow on the count. 1, 2. That's Louis, Baba Ganoush, the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. Rear naked choke, one of the most deadly holds in mixed martial arts. And Hassan's out. We're down to 4.
Hassan
and it's 4 different tag teams.
Eliminated.
Tiger suplex rejected. And these final 4 different tag teams at this point, the pinfalls start counting for points. You have 5.5 minutes, plenty of time for these 4 to settle their issues. Tiger, suplex, hold it all. 1, 2, 3, no! Fair kick out by Lee Masters. Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch. And wait a minute, Kid Canada putting his feet on the ropes. But he's supposed to be nice. They're supposed to be nice. And a cover, 1, 2, 3. Lee Masters is out.
Lee Masters has been eliminated.
And wait a minute, another cover here.
1 fall to the Tiger Brothers.
And another.
Matt Classic Sr. has been eliminated.
Tiger
1
suplex
fall
hold.
to
This could be it. 1,
1,
2. And we just blew past the 5-minute time call. There's 4 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. Tiger's Maw! Clamping across the throats. Going for the kill. The tiger has stalked his prey, and that's it! Two falls, 2 victories for the Tiger Brothers. And we take a look at some of that action. The Tiger Brothers come away with 1 win. I believe the Classics come away with the other. No, Team 49P comes away with the other. House Classic and the New Classics come away with nothing but a loss.
Here are your winners, the Tiger Brothers.
Congratulations to Tiger Mask 3 carrying the bulk of the work on that one. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Fight for 4. 2 men will enter the ring with their managers. 1 will enter the championship picture. And either of these super heavyweights could give a massive, and I mean massive, challenge to Black Tiger Justice.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a fight for 4. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, from the laboratory, accompanied by his creator, Dr. Jigoku, representing the Augment, Jigoku Destroy.
The diabolical Dr. Jigoku at the moment controls no championships in the Animated Wrestling League, and that has got to be burning him up. He believes that his mechanical monstrosities, his robots and cyborgs, are superior to mere human wrestlers of pure flesh. And he's had an argument in the past. He's controlled a lot of titles at one point, but not at the moment. This will be a match of super science versus the supernatural. Rising from the grave, from the tomb, King Akira.
And meeting his way to the ring, from the past of time, the complete body of the manipulator, representing Monster Union, King Akira.
Fighting out of the sands of time with the witch who assembled Monster Union's collection of spirits, beasts, and yokai. Versus the mad scientist of professional wrestling, the diabolical Dr. Jigoku, and his most prized creation, the only one of the augments that he put his own personal name on, Jigoku Destroy, Dr. Hell himself, Jigoku Hakase, versus a mummy. It's a mummified person, to use the correct term. A mummified wrestler. King Akira, with the power of the Egyptian gods flowing through his veins, looking for victory and an opportunity to enter the AWL Best 4. King Akira, 22 and 23, all for Dr. Jigoku, and I'll say it for him since he does not speak. Viva Monster Union! Oh! Up and down, elevated Uranagi to begin the match. That's a move that Athena Jane used to win the Grand Championship not that long ago at Champions Week. Jigoku Destroy has a much better record, obviously. 123 wins. One of very few members of the 100-win club in the AWL. And 67 losses, ratio of plus 56. DDT, King Akira. 22 and 23, ratio of -1. And of course, Jigoku Destroy was the first Canadian national champion. King Akira was in that inaugural tournament as well. So these two have a wee bit of a history with each other. But this is going to be a matter of the animation spells that keep the mummified wrestler alive versus the supercharged engine that has replaced the heart of the man once known as the Japanese destroyer. Hasaiki used to be the commissioner's personal enforcer before he was turned to the dark side of first the Dorei Corps and now the Augments proper. Triple German suplex and rising from the grave through the shadows of Khonshu. Going up, down, through the shadows of the next life. And now, okay, I promise we have double reinforced the ring for this super heavyweight on super heavyweight contest. This is gonna go really, no, he thinks better of it. I agree with him. King Akira, maybe not the most entertaining, not giving you the big flashy move. Oh, wait a minute, oh! Thought that was going to be a counter. Can he come out of it? No, he cannot. Power slam by Jigoku Destroy. Incredible strength, manipulating the body of King Akira. Now looking for the Tatsumaki. Not getting it quite that quickly, not that easily, but a knee strike to the stomach. Wait a minute. Oh! Headbutt. Thought he was going to go for the touch of Anubis. The touch of Anubis, the pyramid bomb, the Khonshu salt. Oh, look at this. There's the power. The powerhouse of Monster Union, now with his opponent much, much closer. Elbow drop from the top. From the top strand, connecting perfectly. And there's that Khonshu salt for the 1, 2. There is oh, look at this. Choke slam from the back. One hand in the grave. 1, 2. And I think that was the mistake. That lackadaisical cover and looking up and looking away. Amazing manipulation of his opponent's body across the ring by King Akira. And a hard shot from that metallic fist. Hisatsuwaza. The Tatsumaki! Tatsumaki and the knockout for Jigoku Destroy. One step closer to the AWL Grand Championship. His 124th win.
Jigoku Destroy.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have an official update on the AWL Best 4, Matt Classic Senior and Jigoku Destroy joining the top challengers of the league. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in our main event, it is an interpromotional dream match. Dragoness and Kairi. I am so looking forward to this.
The following non-title contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, taking her way to the ring, now residing in the GTA, the daughter of the dragon, your Dragoness.
That is correct, non-title. The IWGP has not authorized a title match as Kairi is already contractually obligated to face Mercedes Moné at Battle in the Valley just a few days, actually. This is her warm-up match. And the Dragon Fire illuminates the arena as it did in days gone by. Dragoness, a pretty good stand-in for Mercedes Moné, about the same height, about the same level of experience. And I would say even somewhat of a similar wrestling style, both all-rounders. So an excellent choice by Kairi, who personally requested to face the Dragoness, the second-generation star of the Joshi division. And hark! What ship pose into view? There she is, and she's gonna do the thing. She's gonna do the thing.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from the 7 Seas, she is the reigning IWGP Joshi Champion, the Pirate Queen, Kairi!
And we happily welcome the Pirate Queen to our shores here in the Animated Wrestling League. She made an appearance in the Contractual Obligation Rumble, shocking everybody. But now she is here, she is with us, from Stardom, from Shin Nihon Puroresu, IWGP Joshi Oza, the International Wrestling Grand Prix Women's Champion, the first and so far only to hold that distinction. And of course, you may remember her time in WWE as Kairi Sane, though they always mispronounce that and called her Kairi Sane, even though S-A-N-E is only pronounced Sane in Japanese. But it doesn't matter, the Pirate Queen is back where she belongs, in the world of Joshi Pro. She's going to be at Battle in the Valley in a little less than a week, and we're happy to have her here in the AWL for her warm-up match. We hope this is the beginning of multiple wonderful things between Stardom and AWL. But of course, Dragoness defending the home territory here, the territory that her father basically founded. Collar and elbow tie-up, and whoa, wait a minute, Alabama slam! As Kairi immediately starts going after the legs. And that's smart. Kairi's going to be either setting up for the Ships Ahoy or that Kairi elbow. She's going to be setting up for the Ikari, or anchor in Japanese, or she's going to be for the 7 C's, formerly known as Yin Sane elbow. Dragoness entering this match on a record of 49-26, looking for a 50th AWL win. Kairi, of course, making her AWL debut. Battle Royals don't count, and the Contractual Obligation Rumble really doesn't count as far as win-loss records go. And going up, moonsault! A lot of wrestlers have been trying to outdo each other on their moonsaults this season. Stiff kick to the spine. Dragoness in trouble, looking for, oh, once more looking for that Alabama slam, and hits it. Well done by Kairi, using the leverage advantage and those educated feet from a woman who's held every title in Stardom. And now going figure four, no, building up a deathlock. And that again, that's going to soften the legs up either for the anchor or for that elbow drop. Keep your opponent on, you have to keep your opponent on the ground long enough to go up to the top rope. Very methodical. All of her offense based around leading to one of her two signature holds and into the cover. 1, 2. As I said, this is not a title match. The IWGP Joshi Championship, not quite German. But if Dragoness were to defeat the IWGP Women's Champion in this match, even though it's not a sanctioned event, Dragonstar, standing Dragonstar, that would at least get the officials in Stardom and New Japan talking. Kick to the thigh. Oh! Receipt returned. With 7.5 minutes on the clock, plenty of time, Irish whip into the corner. A couple of hard, nasty chops from the Pirate Queen. Throwing all sorts of strikes and offense. Dragoness can barely keep up. She's on spaghetti legs. And one for the third time in the match, that Alabama slam and the whiplash. Just barely clearing that bottom turnbuckle. Very dangerous place to do that. That kind of a maneuver, that close to the ropes. There's a little bit of give in those ropes, a little bit of spring, but not that much. 3 minutes in, 7 minutes remaining. Block and counter of the vertical suplex. And Dragoness going up top. She's been looking for the Dragon Star. No, she's looking for another moonsault. Couldn't. Oh, she hooks both legs. But to no avail. She's going to try it again, or she's going to go for something else. Going for something else. She regrets it. Enziguri. The Enziguri by Kairi. Pulling her opponent back into the cover. 1, 2, and a very quick kick out. I would expect a little bit more that deep in the match. And for the 5th time, if she were to pull that move on Mercedes Moné, that would probably... Wait a minute! Dragoness with a great counter with the head scissors. Irish whip across the hypotenuse. Dragoness in control here. What is she thinking? Oh no. This is not good. Oh! Boom! Top rope bulldog. That's gonna ruin her spine. But if it beats the IWGP Women's Champion, you can pull that out once in a blue moon. And Kairi back to her feet, again going for it. Slamma-jamma. She's got to have a name for that. As she goes back to that heel hook, looking to soften her opponent up going into the end game of the match. Does she actually have a name for that? I'm not sure. We need to find one for it. Oh, there's that heel hook.
5 minutes have elapsed. 5 remain. Gopun Keika. 5 minutes. 5 minutes passed.
Throwing in the Japanese time call for Kairi. Her English is actually pretty good for her time in the States, but just want to be sure everybody knows how much time they have left. And here we go, looking for it. 7 Thieves! And the referee calls that a knockout. No need for the cover. 7 Thieves for the WIN.
Here's your winner, the Pirate Queen, Kairi!
And the Pirate Queen, the People's Champ, Ona Kaizoku, is ready for Mercedes Moné, the CEO at Battle in the Valley. Check that out on New Japan Pro Wrestling, and stay tuned here to the Animated Wrestling League for all the professional wrestling action you crave each and every week. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button up for you, then say logging off. Korede Kimarida.